hooked on you, baby, you're golden. Time moves, I never noticed, just can't get enough. Got me wonderstruck.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Make Me a Nerd with Mandy Kaplan. That's me. Didn't that work out? It is my mission on this podcast to explore the world of all things nerd culture that I've been missing out on my whole life. Sci-fi, fantasy, god-awful movies from the 1990s that exploit women. Just things people are nerdy about that I have not been until now. And you've all seen it in the title of this episode. This episode is about Showgirls. Now, there are no spaceships or pew-pews, as we like to say, but this is a movie people are nuts about, including my guest, whom I adore. I've known her for years and years. She is the supervising producer of Storage Wars, and over her 20-plus year career, she has produced many TV shows that we all know and love. Thankfully, she had nothing to do with Showgirls for what I'm about to say about it. But she is nerdy about it and wanted to get me nerdy about it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jessica Jimenez.
Hi.
Hi.
So good to be here.
I cannot... the idea that you love this movie is so unfathomable to me. But we did something a little special. We're doing an evening record, which is not my MO. And I didn't think I could talk about this movie without a little liquid courage. So if we could raise our glasses, you are drinking from a champagne glass. I have just a white trash giant tumbler of Chardonnay. But what?
It's high noon.
So... Friend, tell me what is in that glass, because that is not champagne.
No, I figured, I can't afford Cristal, so I decided to use a champagne glass with High Noon, so it's trashy and classy.
Wait, what is High Noon? I didn't know that was a drink.
High Noon. It's no. Like, the hard seltzer.
Oh, wait, why is there like green mush at the bottom?
Oh, I put, no, green. I think it's just the reflection of the glass. It's got like a black tint.
Oh, I see. It looked like a mojito with like all the mint at the bottom. Okay. Well, here's to your High Noon.
Cheers.
And here's to my Chardonnay. I definitely thought I should have champagne or sparkling wine. But in my house, sadly, Jared doesn't really like it. So if I opened it, I would drink a glass and then have to dump the rest. And I can't bear to waste. So
Same. That's why I didn't do it. There's a beautiful chilled bottle in there that I was like, not on a Tuesday.
Okay. Well, tomorrow I'll be over and we will handle that. So I know you to be extremely nerdy, not necessarily about nerd culture, but about musicals and books and other things. I know you to get real nerdy. You and I went to a sing-along Grease 2 event that I will cherish forever and always. But so you don't have a relationship with sci-fi, fantasy, and all of that?
No, I'm kind of like you. Like that's why I've really enjoyed this podcast, because I've been learning so much. Like, I don't watch Star Trek, and I'd never been exposed to Supernatural, and I am burning through that show now because of your podcast.
Yay!
Yeah.
Shout out Chrissy Lyons.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
And didn't she do Labyrinth as well?
Yep.
That's another movie that I nerd out about, which I was like, oh God. Heck yeah, I love it. So yeah, but because of this show, it's like I've kind of been interested in other things.
That thrills me, honestly. And like, I just talked to my sister, who is a super nerd and very into a lot of nerdy things, but she had not heard of Fourth Wing yet. And she said, so now I've started the Fourth Wing series. Thank you so much. And it thrills me to think people are being exposed. I'm not supposed to say exposed, being introduced to things that they're not familiar with, that they're discovering as I'm discovering them.
Yeah, I mean, I would say mission accomplished with your podcast, because you're making me, curious about the nerd culture that I'm like, oh, that's not my thing. Like, the other one I really want to try is, was it Winona Earp?
Yes. That's
I really wanted to try that one, mainly because Mutt from Schitt's Creek is in it, and you talked about that, and I was like, oh, I'd give him another shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's next after Supernatural.
Oh, that thrills me. You're a wonderful, supportive friend, and it thrills me to bring other non-nerds into the nerd world, which I feel like I'm on the fence of. I'm dipping my
You're
toes in
teetering.
both worlds. Okay. So I said to you, I want you on the podcast. What do you nerd out about? And you said,
Showgirls. I love this movie, and I'm gonna have a hard time explaining why. I just do.
30 years old, right?
Yes,
We
it's
are
big
in,
anniversary.
right. So that's how we're justifying that it's not quite in the zeitgeist. But
No.
here we are talking about Showgirls.
Yes. And I know you're going to ask me the first time I saw it, and I've been thinking so hard, and I cannot tell you when, but I think my first exposure to it was VH1 used to rerun that movie all the time. And now that you've seen it, you're aware that there's a lot of nudity in it.
Yeah.
So they used to animate bras on the women when they were dancing, and to try and watch a bra keep up with the dancing. I mean, I'm sure now if it aired, they have better technology, but back when it used to air on VH1, it was my favorite thing. And I think that's where my love for it came from, because it was even campier with this animation going with it.
Well, I think you just gave me my clip for social media, because watching you shimmy around with an animated bra that you did with your hands was delightful.
Aim to please.
Yeah, this movie,
Did you finish it?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It is the kind of sexy that I find very off-putting. It is not sexy. And we are introduced to Nomi Malone, and from the first time we see her on screen, she looks like she wants to fuck everybody all the time. And it's disturbing. It's not sexy to me. It's very disturbing.
I mean, she's just aggressive the whole movie. It's like anytime somebody talks to her, she's always lashing out. You can't say one wrong thing without her just slamming against a car or throwing something. You're just like, what is going on with this person? And I think there's something about Elizabeth Berkley's commitment to this I hate to use the word insane, but it's an insane character. I love it. I just love it.
Well, we'll get into Elizabeth Berkley, i.e., or AKA Jessie Spano, in a minute. But she is so unhinged. There's a moment right at the beginning where she's like, "You don't know shit. I'm sorry," and it like bursts into fake tears. And it's I keep wanting to say off-putting, but I won't use that word anymore.
Drink, no,
right? But we don't learn anything about Nomi Malone. Nothing. No. And that does a huge disservice to this movie. If we could have had one scene of her packing up her stuff from her old life, saying, "I can't do this anymore. My heart is broken. My spirit is broken. I'm leaving." And then she's out on the highway giving a thumb to get a ride.
Yeah.
Then we would have cared about her. We would have had anything, a nugget just to simply say, I wonder what's going to happen to this person. Yeah. I hope she's okay. But we didn't get that. It starts with her thumb on the highway, right?
Yes.
And so what a dumbass move.
Oh,
we just
100%.
Don't care about her. And she's, okay. I mean, I guess we're there at Elizabeth Berkley because it's hard to avoid. She's so terrible. She's such a bad actress.
And overacted completely. But again, I think that's one of the things. It's like, one, she is naked almost that entire movie. I mean, really is just exposed in some on top, bottom, all of it, So to commit the way she does, I mean, she really even though it's overacted, I just can't help but feel like she went into this thinking I am committing to this role. This is people thought this was going to be a big movie, successful, Academy Award winning movie, which I will say, I feel like Showgirls walked so Honora could run, because now Honora, if you haven't seen that,
I haven't.
That one is tons of nudity and about a stripper. And it to me, I'm like, maybe that's why it's they tried to do Showgirls again, but with Honora, and that was the more successful version of it. But I can't help but just think like she wanted to bust out of that Jessie Spano, Miss Perfect
Right.
and overcommitted.
And I did a touch of reading, not a ton because it's hard.
Mhm.
But Paul Verhoeven said we directed her that way. Like
Mhm.
everything she did is what we asked of her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's because she's a real nice lady and they were like, we can't let her just go down in flames because this allegedly ruined her career.
Oh yeah. And the other thing, it's like to think that they were talking about casting like big name people like, Charlize Theron and
I have the list.
yeah, who was
Angelina
this?
Jolie, Pamela
Yeah.
Anderson, Vanessa
Drew
Marcel,
Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, Jenny McCarthy, Denise Richards, Jennifer Lopez.
I read somewhere that actually Jenny McCarthy had the role, but then they found out she couldn't dance. So
Well,
that's why she didn't do it.
And Elizabeth Berkley is a spectacular dancer. Her technique
did.
is
She did
great.
great.
She's really good. So I understand casting her. But I just think it's like they almost just stacked the cards against her. Let's not give anybody any reason to like you or root for you. Let's not tell anybody anything about you and put you in this world. Whereas just one scene, Paul V, one scene of her being vulnerable and wanting a better life, and then we would have been rooting.
So I have a question for you then. Do you think it would be a different movie had they cast one of those other people? Or do you think they still would have gone in this overacty? Because that's something I've always wondered about myself. I don't think there's any saving the movie with a scene or an actor, but
right,
that's just my theory.
Right. Well, I will say Charlize Theron is a classically trained dancer. So if it had been her, I don't know. But no, there's no story here. There's no plot. There's nothing to hang your hat on. No, the movie still would have sucked and could have potentially ruined somebody like Charlize Theron. So maybe I'm glad it was Elizabeth Berkley, whom again, I don't know her. She might be a saint and a wonderful, wonderful person. And I don't wish her any ill will, but it was just a real miscalculation. And I get why a young actress would think, especially a young actress from a squeaky clean teen show would think this will be the thing that this is my Honora, as you said. This will get me noticed and seen as an adult and an edgy actress. But man, oh man, is she bad. And according to everything I read, Hollywood just didn't want to touch her with a 10-foot pole after this.
No, I have heard that she has since made her peace with it. I think it was around your 25 anniversary that she has made her peace with it. But I mean, again, only reason people know her probably now is for that or Jessie Spano. I mean, she still is like working in a sense. I mean, enjoy your 15 minutes for as long as you can, right?
Right.
But and again, I still love it. And I think it's the campiness that I just like, I can't help but just like, even though it's a really dark movie, it's kind of like, it always reminds me of Boogie Nights, where like the first half is like really fun and then the 80s hit and it's horrible. It's kind of like this movie. All of a sudden, it just takes a turn and it goes way dark for like no reason.
Well, do you mean at the end? I mean, we're
yeah, like I would say once she, I mean, we're skipping ahead, but like once she gets her taste of fame, like with, Crystal, it's like she takes over. It's just dark. The rest of it, she's just so bad.
Well, she's bad from jump. I mean, the way she treats people and she is so goddamn
You just
unlikable.
feel bad for Molly. Poor Molly. That poor character. Her roommate.
Yes.
It's like who would take that woman is a saint for taking her in. She's thrashing against your car. It's like, I don't know you. Do you want to come stay at my house, stranger?
Right.
With an anger issue? Yes.
I know. It's bizarre. None of it connects. Like I was imagining, now that I'm a writer, I was imagining what they're thinking, what he's thinking as he's writing. And okay, then we'll do this. And it just feels like this giant, terrible game of yes and building on each other. None of it connects in a way that makes any sense or makes anybody care. Then she'll meet this bouncer who takes a liking to her simply because she's hot. And then she'll end up allegedly hurting him because she makes out with him but says I'm on my period, and then he'll marry Penny, and like, who
Unnecessary plot line.
cares?
Yeah, totally. That's one thing about the show. There are so many unnecessary plot lines, and you're just like, oh, I'm on the journey though. Here we go. Let's see what other messed up stuff. I read also somewhere that it was like, the director really and writer wanted to show you like how Vegas just really chews you up and spits you out, and that's why they did, what they did to Molly's character. And I'm just like, it's just, let's put everything in one movie that we can think of that's horrible.
Yeah. Well,
success.
Did you see The Last Showgirl with
No,
Pamela
that's
Anderson?
on my list.
Okay.
That is on my list. Have you?
Mhm.
And
I did not care for it.
okay.
And I really did not care for her. And I know she's getting a ton of wonderful praise for it.
Yes.
But I found it all phony, and it's like a student film for me.
Okay.
Forgive me. But it definitely captures the grit of what Vegas can do to people better than this movie. It definitely gives you that heavy feeling about what it's really like to try to make a living in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I
need to see it out of just curiosity.
Yeah. I mean,
if you didn't like Showgirls, I don't think you'll like Honora.
I don't know why I haven't seen that yet, but
yeah. Well, current Academy Award winning movie.
I'm
Best Picture.
Too busy nerding out.
Yeah, there you go.
So this movie is well, I was still at the top when I wrote, Jess, do you feel uncomfortable watching this?
I will say now I watch it through a different lens. Like, it's still one of those movies, like in preparation for this, Stefan, my husband, he was like, what are you doing? Why didn't you just watch Showgirls the other day? I'm like, yeah. I was like, but I'm going to watch it for Mandy's podcast. He goes, do you really need to watch it again? Because that's how many times I've watched it. It's, you have your comfort movies when you're sick. Like, you're just like, that's the movie.
Of course. Miss Congeniality. Happy
there
movies.
You go. This is one of my, like, I don't need to pay attention kind of movies where if I fall asleep on the couch, I know again, I have been prepping for this interview and I still can't put it into words why I feel this way. But it's just one of those movies when it's on, I let it play. I just can't help it.
I mean, the face I'm making for those listening is, I look like I'm receiving multiple shots all at once. Like I'm just, it's
and coming from me. I know, but and it's very quotable though. I mean, come on. Have you not met anybody who's never said Versayce? Everybody says Versayce now because of this movie.
I have never heard that.
What?
And
shocked.
I hated it so deeply.
I know you don't like short. I mean, it's not a shortened word, but still.
No, not at all. No, it's one of those moments you felt them being like, we're going to create a cultural thing here and we're going to have our dumb actress or dumb character. Nomi's not dumb. She's desperate. She's got a lot of moral complications, but she's not dumb. And she's like, I got a Versayce dress, and says it over and over. And then they mock her for it. And I felt them enjoying themselves about it. And it grossed me out. I have to say everything about this movie grossed me out. And I don't mind things that are sexy or maybe exploitative if they make a point and you're like, oh yeah, that's how we treat women and that's shameful. This didn't make a point. This felt like I could feel the filmmakers jerking off to their dailies every night. Like it's
smut.
It's disgusting. And I can't understand what would make any of these actors. I've heard Kyle MacLachlan has distanced himself and he was embarrassed by it. Right.
Yes. Gina Gershon. I mean, pretty much everyone. And I mean, Gina Gershon, I mean, she was huge, but she's definitely a big 90s actress, I'd say.
Well, I read about her that she followed this up with Bound, where she
that
another
was
exploitative, sexy movie, and
Jennifer Tilly.
Yep, and her agents dropped her.
Wow,
because they wanted her to do, I don't know, more legit projects, and she was very into this edgy thing, and she doesn't distance herself. She embraces that it's become a big cult thing, and in the gay community, drag community, she embraces all of it.
Yes,
but I think she's god awful.
It's over the top.
It's god awful.
Gosh, yeah,
god awful.
Darling.
That's the drinking game. I wrote
Right?
all the darling, so annoying. It's so phony. Drinking game. I mean, she
Darling.
does not
Yep.
get a sentence out without saying it.
Yeah, it's all she talks about is darling, darling, yes. Did you notice the choreographer Gay? Did you see who that was? You know, the
No.
blonde,
Yeah.
her character.
Yeah.
She was in a Chorus Line movie.
Oh, BB.
BB,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was very excited. I was like, oh, look, a legit
Right.
dancer.
And she was fine in it. But,
Yeah.
but it breaks my heart that all these talented dancers, all the dancers were spectacular. The choreography, I guess, was appropriate for the time, but pretty terrible. But it
Yes.
broke my heart that this is what they have to do. Whether it's the dancers living in Las Vegas, having to dance topless and
In real life,
in
yeah.
such a sexual way, that breaks my heart. And then the thought of movie dancers having to take this job and dance topless in this movie, it's so gross because they are really, truly talented.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one thing I always joke about with my mother. It's like, can you imagine you're like trying to be an actor or performer and you call your mom. It's like, I'm in this big movie. I'm naked the whole time. It's like, yay. You're kind of proud. No, I definitely, I've always wondered also the show within the show that, is Gina Gershon, the big
Goddess.
star of Goddess. What in the heck is that show about? It is all over the place.
What?
They're all ethereal and then they're in leather. It makes no sense. Again, another reason to love it. It's just bonkers.
Or another reason to hate it, I would argue. It's so lazy. If they gave us some through line of what that show was about and that it takes a quote star. Crystal's not a star. I don't know why they presented her like a star. And then they talk about how we could get Paula Abdul to replace her. I mean, come on. But give us a reason why an actor would want to be involved. Make it this dramatic thing, even if it's only dance, no dialogue. They have a big death scene in the end and it's about a goddess getting sacrificed by her people. So right? Give it some dramatic through line. All that would take is one line of dialogue, you lazy MRFers. You say, well, Crystal, we wanted her because the character of the goddess gets to have this big death scene and this amazing adagio and it's just a showpiece for this actress. And then we would understand everything. Or if it had oh God, I'm going to sound so pretentious, but like a bacchanalian feel where all the chorus is naked and orgying on stage because it's about that. It's about how a society turns against its goddess. Then what? Oh, I need a remake. I'm going to do a remake.
I just love that you're trying to make this movie better because you have to start from scratch.
It's so fucking bad.
I thought this one might break you.
But people love it.
I know. I'm curious. I mean, most people I know enjoy it. Again, like this is a movie that like I have gone to see 2 or 3 times in a theater, like kind of Rocky Horror Picture style, where people are yelling out the lines and throwing things. I mean, it's fun in that sense, but yeah, I know. It's such a bad movie.
So I think
at least I'm aware.
Yes. And I could get that, right? I'm in the theater. I'm throwing glitter and ice for the nipples. Got it. Fun.
Yeah.
But then there's a very serious, dramatic, upsetting rape at the end of this movie.
So unnecessary.
So unnecessary. Show her going in his room. Show her coming out bruised.
Yes.
And saying, I was just, then she faints. I was just raped.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have to see it and it's so graphic. Why? And then what is that like? So tell me, you're in a movie theater. It's midnight. Everyone's drinking and celebrating this campy movie. What is that scene like for everybody in there?
I can't remember exactly, but now when I watch it, I think I'm so aware that it's such a bad movie that it's kind of easy to like take myself out of it. Like back in the day, yes, they thought it was going to be this big dramatic scene, but I think now it's like, the guy, he's like sticking his tongue in her ear and and I'm just like, it's just so bad that I don't know, I guess I kind of gloss over it now because it's so bad that it's kind of, I can separate, but it's brutal. It's unnecessarily brutal. Also, that storyline is unnecessary.
Right.
It's totally unnecessary. I also think that in the VH1 version, they never used to show that scene. They
Of
didn't show that,
course.
or the ridiculous sex pool scene, the pool scene. I was like, that's not even possible. Unless I'm doing sex wrong. I don't think that's possible.
I'm doing pools wrong. All I'm thinking is the back problems she's going to have.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
And then like the other, what is it? The really just awful, mean other dancers. Like they're just awful. Those dancers, they're so mean to each other. Really, that woman was going to bring her kids backstage at that show. It's so ridiculous.
and
It's so bad, Mandy. I know.
okay. Well, I think they did that to show how rough Vegas is, and you
So
just
rough.
bring your kid backstage, but it's just uncomfortable. So I wrote, do you feel uncomfortable watching this? Because it's so bad. And then
Yes.
I looked up Razzies,
Mhm.
and this movie set a record with 7 Razzies. And Verhoeven famously attended to accept his
Yes.
award. He is the first director who had ever done that. And the film also won Worst Picture of the Decade at the 2000 Razzie Awards. Batting 1,000 here.
I mean, you got to lean into it, right? Like I said, if you get 15 minutes, good or bad, you kind of have to go with it. Right? I mean, what are the alternatives? Just like,
Well, he was
make
coming
some
off
money.
of Basic Instinct, which was also sexy and exploitative, if to some. I happen to
Mhm.
like it and think it was very sexy and interesting and made a star of Sharon Stone. But so, I liked other Paul Verhoeven things. I thought this was just a misfire, and it made me really afraid of him. Like if I saw him in an alley, I would go the other way. Like this was so misogynistic and so
Yes,
tone deaf.
that's- yeah.
There's no female empowerment. I think he thought, well, Nomi will avenge her friend's rape, and that'll
Yeah.
make the whole movie worthwhile and all about female empowerment. But it's a joke. It's not.
Oh, no. Yeah. This movie is about getting to the top any which way you can.
Yeah.
Don't care who you hurt along the way. All of them.
With
all of them.
terrible
There's not a
dialogue and
redeemable
terrible
character.
acting. Oh, it's just.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Penny, the fact that that actress went on to make another movie. I mean, the trailer, I feel like I could shoot something better on my iPhone. But
It was
so
clearly
bad.
shot on an iPhone, by the way.
Oh, God.
So there
It
is a
was rough.
Showgirls 2. Everybody, please Google it. You know what, Pete? I'll send some kind of picture from it for you to put up in the show, or for you to put up right now. Everybody look at Showgirls 2, Penny '(S) from heaven. Pennies from heaven. She like wrote, produced, starred, and it's clearly shot on her phone in her basement. It's very sad and upsetting.
Did you notice that the guy in the first shot of the trailer is the same guy that picks up Nomi at the beginning of the movie?
Yes.
They got that actor back. And then also the one who's the choreographer who ends up being like her husband or fiance in the end. But that guy has been in so many things. I'm surprised. He must have done that just as a favor.
A favor to a friend. But the idea that I'm sure she's a great dancer, because to be in Showgirls, you had to be a very good dancer.
Yes.
So this talented person was banking on that. It had like a 3% fan thing on Rotten Tomatoes with no critics reviews. I don't even know where you can watch Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven. I don't know why you would subject yourself to it. I mean, it's like it looks like a bad porn just shot on an iPhone. It's really sad looking. And
we didn't even talk about this being NC-17 yet. I mean, that was huge that he released this like NC-17. I mean, in 95, I was in high school, and I remember some of my guy friends trying to get fake IDs to go see this movie. Like they were just like, oh, scandalous.
But then they would have regretted it. Right?
Oh.
I mean,
back then, those teenage boys, they'd been like boobs. That's all they would have cared about. Let's be honest.
I know, but I I mean, this was not the first NC-17. NC-17 was such a short-lived,
Like 70s, right?
No, it was the 90s that
No.
NC-17.
Oh.
Yeah, it was later than that, but it wasn't, it didn't last.
Yeah.
It just,
I can't
because
really think of any other NC-17 movies.
it was prohibitive. I want to say Henry and June. Like, it was prohibitive because then people couldn't go see it unless they were of age, and people who were of age had better taste, I guess. Like, it
Yes.
just, oh, this really left a bad taste in my mouth. So, okay, let's talk about Crystal Connors, Gina
Oof.
Gershon's character, who, and by the way, she's also a very good dancer. She pulled it off. Good for her.
Mhm.
Classical training. Love it. They considered Madonna and Sharon Stone, who
Mhm.
both would have been excellent. And Madonna could have danced it. I don't know if Sharon
Right.
Stone can dance, but
Yeah.
it required real dancing ability.
Oh, yeah.
But
But again, would that have made it a better movie?
no, nothing could have saved
No.
it. And why would anyone with any standing in the industry consider doing this movie? All those young actresses we mentioned that were up for this role, I mean, Drew Barrymore had a reputation at that time, but the rest were all just looking to audition and get a job and be in a
Yeah.
movie. So I understand why any one of them would have said yes.
Yeah.
But Madonna and Sharon Stone, no, they would never.
I mean, it depends how much you're paying them, I guess. But yeah, I do wonder why other people, since I can't exactly formulate why I love it so much, I am curious why it did develop such a cult following. And I guess it's the campiness of it all, that it's so ridiculous that it brings joy, even though there's so much darkness. But I do wonder what it does for other people.
Well, there's something about camp, and in my Mommy Dearest episode, I talked to Abdi Nazemian about it, and he really, really asserts that camp can't be achieved intentionally. Camp is when you try to achieve something and it fails so spectacularly that it becomes camp. And
True.
Mommy Dearest was that. They thought Oscars, we're going to sweep the Oscars. We've made this moving tribute to Joan Crawford, and it was just bad. It was bad and campy. And this movie really falls into that category to me.
Yeah.
And it makes me curious watching something because it failed spectacularly, and that tickles us. What does that say about our society?
True. I am curious. Yeah. Because I do love Mommy Dearest as well.
And I love I love Mommy Dearest. I love Grease 2, which I know is a bad movie that's campy.
Yes.
But it's
right? It's
I would like
so
justify
good.
that and say, no, but I love the Stephanie Zanoni and Michelle Pfeiffer of it all, and it's good and I like it, but there is something schadenfreude about wanting to watch people fail at something they're trying to achieve.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like now I'm just trying to think of all the other bad movies movies I love that other people consider bad, because I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I can't help it. It's right. We live in a time right now where it's like, whatever brings you joy, man. Just take the joy where you can get it.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that. I don't judge you. I celebrate loving something.
You judge me a little bit. Don't lie. You judge me a little bit.
For other things. For other things. Not your love of this movie. But I think that there is something deeper there that I cannot crack in this moment because I've had half a glass of Chardonnay, so that's not going to happen. But there's something deeper there. Why do we like these things that are so bad and uncomfortable? And it's uncomfortable to me to watch actors try and fail, or, Alan Ratchins, who played Tony, I think the guy who says, let me get you some ice cubes. Your tits are spectacular. Like, he was in my movie, Alan. Oh. He just passed last year.
Oh.
And he was a wonderful, darling journeyman in the business who, he took jobs because people offered them to him. And he
He's
was
a
like,
working actor.
I'm a working actor. I take what I can get. And I can't imagine how he felt about being in this movie. I didn't ask him. I didn't feel comfortable saying, so you were in that movie. What did that
Mhm.
mean to you? But he can't feel good about it.
I don't know. I mean, again, I feel like Elizabeth Berkley has finally made her peace with it, because it's like, if it's like, you can't fight it. It's like, it's going to follow her no matter what. You just kind of have to lean into it, I think, at this point, where it's like, I did the thing. I gave it my all. It didn't work out.
Right.
It was 30 years ago. So she was what, in her 20s when she did this?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So and then again, I think I read somewhere that like the director and he interviewed like all these people in Vegas to like get a sense of what it was, and I'm like, and that's what you came up with?
I know.
Okay. It's and what did you think of, like, I mean, was there any part that you were like got a giggle out of or enjoyed, or you were just miserable the whole time?
I was pretty miserable. Okay, so now you're hitting, like, do you find this sexy, Jess? I absolutely don't.
Mm-mm.
But the whole world is unsexy. Elizabeth Berkley is unsexy. Do you find it sexy?
No, I do not find it sexy. I find this movie hilarious.
Okay.
And ridiculous and over the top. And I think it's also because I don't have to think when I watch it. It doesn't take a lot of brain power, which is why it's a good like background movie.
Well, I wrote, I don't understand what's going on. When he says, get some ice for your nipples, that's where she draws the line.
Right?
That's
I know.
too far. And I said, I'm more confused by this movie than Buckaroo Banzai. Shout out to Pete. And
wow,
to
that's
my
saying
listeners.
a lot, Mandy.
I didn't understand why she was offended by that. She was willing.
She goes from 0 to 60 every time. Everything. It's like, oh, you don't do this.
But
angry,
she had done
angry.
that like weird lap dance to Kyle MacLachlan with Gina Gershon watching. She did whatever it took, and then put ice on your nipples. No, and we're supposed to be like, you go, Nomi. Like, no,
no, not at all.
Stupid.
It's so stupid. Did you also notice that in the scene where she goes to beat up the rapist,
Andrew Carver,
yes, her nipples are like so bright red. I feel like they put stickers over them because he was biting her or something. Like, they don't look like the same nipples to me in the beginning of the movie.
They did look different.
They looked weird, right? I thought so.
Stunt nipples somehow.
Yeah. Well, and that same thing when it airs on VH1 with the animated brawl, that's a scene that they really need in the movie, to show why she's leaving Vegas and all that. So the animated brawl on that one. Again, sorry, I'm doing my thing with my hands. And see, that's the thing. If it aired on VH1 now, I don't think it'd be as funny because the technology for, animating and blurring has gotten so much better. Although now maybe they would show a little bit more. Who knows?
I wished I had seen it with the animated bras. That sounds fantastic. That would make it tolerable to me. I actually, while we're in that scene, when she goes to Andrew Carver and beats him senseless, that was her best acting. I believed Elizabeth Berkley in those moments, and watching her just like, she's animalistic and she's kicking the shit out of him. And it was like, okay, I actually believe her. And that was it. That was the one moment, the one scene where I was like, okay. And maybe that was her audition scene, and maybe that's why she got it. But okay, so let's go back to her trying to get in the show.
Yes.
Patrick Bristow, who plays the assistant in
redhead
in the show, the redhead, and he's a Groundlings guy. He was Jeremy's Groundlings teacher at one point.
Oh,
he is bent over her, screaming, "Thrust it! Thrust it!" What is that moment like in a theater full of drunk gays?
Oh my God. Wild. It is loud because everyone's screaming it.
Yeah.
Everyone is screaming it. I mean, it's just, that character also ridiculous. Like, she's got it all wrong, but she's got it. Like, it's like everything she's all, what does he say? She's all thrust. but she's got it. It's like, you just made it sound like it was bad. Like,
Oh God.
makes no sense. No sense at all.
But yet
he's
him
over
I
the top.
forgive because he, you know, he didn't have anything else going on at the time. He was doing like guest stars on Ellen. And so I would have
Do a
taken this
PK
job.
turn.
Oh
So
God.
stupid. But that, and I also love it. It's like, you're performing tonight. Go ahead. I mean, you know, her character does pick up the choreography very fast. I mean, that's always my favorite when she does this.
Yeah.
And her nails. We didn't even talk about her nails. Like, what a, again, unnecessary plot line that she does nails.
So dumb. And Gina Gershon was like, will you do my nails, darling? No. You know what? I don't want you to do my nails. And that's the thing that Nomi Malone can't handle. You don't
She
want me to
can't
do your
pull-
nails?
She can't pull off the hoary look at her age.
Oh God. It's all so bad. Now, sidebar.
Yes.
If you could see me over here in Judge's Chambers. You also are a performer in my show Miscast.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And
I am proud.
You will be in the next Miscast on October 5th.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
what do you think of trying to do the opening number from Goddess in Miscast?
Only if I can have an animated bra.
Oh God. I'd have to really work on it, but we've got time. As we record now, we've got time.
Great. Yes. That would be hysterical, by the way.
But that's like back to Goddess, this show that they want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Is so shameful and stupid and high budget, yet she's like, you wash your own costumes and you don't get another one if it breaks. And like, what is this show? What?
No.
Oh,
I have no idea what, I don't even know what the last number is versus the first number,
Right.
because usually when they interview them, they're in all that glittery makeup, because obviously, you've watched it now. It's like when they interview Crystal, it's exactly the same when, Nomi Malone takes over her spot, but it's just like, so that's the last number, not the opening number. Where does that leather S&M number come into all of this? Goddess has nothing to do with that. I just feel like they're like, we need another dance number. We need another dance number. And then also the dancer who falls on her knee, they just leave her out on stage for the rest of the show and then take care of her after. Did you notice that?
no.
When they drop the one girl, they all run, they finish the number, Crystal's being lifted up, into the sky. And then the next scene is they're all on the stage and she's still on the stage and they're tending to her knee. And I'm like, so what? Was she just on the stage?
Like the show ended. Yeah. Oh God.
It's like, come on. Yeah. Ridiculous. I know. I'm so glad you watched it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a little Make Me a Nerd theater. Here we go. This is the scene when Nomi and Crystal finally sit together for the first time and have some champagne. And Crystal says, you have great tits. They're really beautiful. And Nomi says, thank you. And Crystal says, I like nice tits. I always have. How about you? I like having nice tits. How do you like having them? What do you mean? You know what I mean. What?
You forgot in a dress,
What is that dialogue?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It should be winning all sorts of awards.
It did. It won Razzies.
That's right. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Crystal, man, she has got it bad for Nomi.
Yes.
Even at the end, she's like, kiss me goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, where is all this sexual tension coming? I guess Nomi brings it out of people.
So manufactured. It was so just instantaneous, not to compare it to the greatest movie ever made, Grease 2, but she sees a guy in a motorcycle and she's like, that's my life. That's my future. I will sacrifice anything, right? It's people just don't do that. You don't look across a room and change your whole life and the trajectory of everything. It's insane and bad and unjustified, as is everything in this movie. Side note, why does Kyle MacLachlan wear so much lip gloss?
Oh my gosh. He has so much makeup on in this movie. Again, it's just ridiculous. And the hair is so swiped to the side. But yeah, glistening. He is glistening that whole movie.
I heard Dylan
Not his butt.
McDermott turned it down.
Well, good.
Well, smart.
Yeah.
It's mortifying. What he does in
Yeah.
this movie is mortifying.
Oh, it's disgusting. I mean, he's, and then the whole Caesar sing thing. Oh,
Wait, what does that
creepy.
mean, Caesar sing?
Well, so there's a performer, the guy who sings at the, he's wearing like the Caesar crown at her party at the end. That's Caesar. But my understanding, it's like, it's creepy because earlier in the movie, the other guy wants to take her and the dancer to go.
They're trying to make her hook.
Yeah. So I think she realizes, oh, that's like a naughty thing that this group of guys does. I mean, right? Kyle MacLachlan, he calls the guy back and is like, hey, sorry I had to yell at you. Just I had to do that. So Nomi knew that, everything was fine. I mean, everyone's awful in this movie.
Everyone. And then he's like, turns out you were a hooker.
Mhm.
I'm like, really? Is that the first hooker you've encountered in your life? Kyle MacLachlan's
Pollyanna.
character? I mean, what does he care that she was a hooker? What does he care?
No. And that's the other thing. It's like, how did no one figure this out also, right? I mean, has she not been getting a paycheck? You can't get a paycheck without the social security number. I'm sorry. Like, I love she didn't get caught until the very end of the movie.
Right.
After
And that was
at least
55 minutes in, because I take thorough notes. First time we learn anything personal from her HR interview, where she tries to, I'll get you that. I'll get back to you
on that.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just, it was, I'm speechless. It was mind blowing. And I read that this killed Elizabeth Berkley's career. But if she didn't work, it's because she's terrible, not because she did a risque movie that was so edgy and sexually advanced.
Yeah. Wasn't she in First Wives Club after this?
She was.
Right.
A small
That's
part.
the only thing I can really think
She was
of.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I looked her up and she has done a ton of indies and smaller, less prestige things. And, and then I guess there was some reboot of Saved by the Bell that brought her back.
Oh, well, do what you got to do, I guess. But yeah, this, I not going to lie, if it is playing in a theater, I'll probably go see it again. Cause it's fun to see it with a group of people. Cause it's just so rowdy. And, you've been to like the Rocky Horror things. I mean, even though that's a horrible movie, it's fun when you're with that environment.
But is there, and I'm not judging you, I adore you, but this is really uncomfortable, especially since the Me Too movement. And does that factor in for you now? Like, are you now through this lens saying, I probably shouldn't celebrate this?
As I mentioned earlier, it's definitely different to watch it now, but I mean, you look at any of the movies that we grew up loving, they're all misogynistic and anti-gay. I mean, you're just like, oh, how did we love these movies that are like rapey? I mean, like, you just have to go, I don't want to say it was a different time, but we weren't as aware of how hurtful and, bad some of these things were. And this movie, if I saw it now for the first time, I would hate it. I would not enjoy it. I'd be like you. I'd be like, God, how do people like this movie? But because I started watching it so much earlier and it was humorous, I can't help but have those feelings attached to it that are still happy about it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like, again, I even texted you. I was like, please know that I am well aware that this is a horrible movie.
I'm cutting that out. Pete, don't let her defend it. Let's cut out anything where she says anything negative. So we just ruin Jess for all.
It's true. I've always wanted a bad reputation. Yeah. So here it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Best movie ever made. Say it.
Best movie ever made.
Well,
no, my favorite movie is Labyrinth, which you hated as well. So
yeah,
I didn't. I'm sorry.
I didn't get into it.
Yeah,
but I do feel like I should fix you and Chrissy Lenz up. I'll make that happen, right?
Yes.
Well, if she lived here, that would be magical.
Oh, where does she live?
She's in Arizona.
Oh, that's not good.
I know.
Well, maybe she'll come to LA.
If she does, I will make it happen. And And
Yeah.
have I let you express everything you want to about this movie before I wrap this up?
Yeah. I mean, again, if you haven't seen it, audience, give it a shot. If you're in like a weird mood and want something weird,
Don't
it's
give
not
it a shot. Avoid this movie.
It's
I'm
bad.
sorry, you were saying?
Yeah. If you got 3 hours to kill,
God, it's so long
it's so
and
long.
meandering and terrible. Okay. I don't want this episode to be long and meandering, so I'm going to tell everybody my business, and then you can tell them your business.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Here we go. Make Me a Nerd is a production of True Story FM, engineering by the peerless Pete Wright. My theme song is Wonderstruck by Jane and the Boy. You can get to me on Instagram at Mandy_Kaplan_Clavens, both with Ks. And hey, guys, if you're feeling extra supportive, please go to makemeanerd.com, hit that join button. I think it's actually makemeanerd.com/join. $5 a month gets you your episodes ad-free and early and keeps the lights on. I've heard a lot of podcasters say that, so I'll say that. Keeps the lights on for the podcast. I would love that. If you're listening on Apple Podcast, please leave a review. That also helps. Okay. Jess Jimenez.
That's me.
Tell the world what you're working on.
I am working on Storage Wars. We are in our 16th season, and we are currently airing on A&E at 9 p.m. on Saturdays. Please tune in. We are so proud of this season, and I work with such amazing people, including your husband, and I love what I do, and I hope I get to do it for a really long time.
I hope so too. Believe me, I hope so. Thank you.
Because if I have free time, I'll watch more Showgirls, and we don't want that.
If you've tracked down Showgirls too, like if somebody said, "Oh, hey, here's a link to it," would you watch it?
If I had nothing else to do, yes,
Okay.
I probably would. But there would have to be a lot of adult beverages involved.
Yeah, I could not do it.
Yeah.
And when you're hearing this, because we're recording this in June, but the season will come back a little later, we're coming up on Miscast, October 5th, at the Pico in LA. If you're in LA and you want to come see a fantastic show for charity, full of laughter and music and just good, clean fun, come out, follow us at Miscast LA on Instagram, and you can see Jess perform and me.
I'll be there. Yes.
All right.
I'll do my best Nomi Malone, I promise.
I wish there were a
I'm
way
a
to make it
dancer,
happen.
Mandy.
I know. All right.
Thank you for forgiving me for putting you through this.
I love you today and always. A little less today
Love you too.
than I did a month ago. Okay. All right. Thank you all for listening, and until next time.